I looked at him. I said, man, fuck these suicides, man. I'm not doing any more suicides.
Yeah.
We're not in the state tournament anymore. What am I even here for?
Yeah.
And then Grant, he says it like he has this deep voice. He's like, hey, Kyrie, that's exactly why Brandon Knight is better than you. I swear to you, I almost charged him. And like, when I first transferred in, you know, like I said, it was just an eye-opener. But I went there, you know, taking the bus, going to school, and then I started working out with the team. But I wasn't coming to the open gyms because my AAU coach was a friend of Coach Chris Chavanis, who is now the coach there it's called the Patrick School now.
Got it.
And still it's in Union, New Jersey. But in the summertime when I transferred, that was probably that got the ball rolling. That's when I became ranked. I was in the top 50.
Yep.
And then right when I transferred to St. Pat's, they put me right in the top 100 kids in the nation. And then I went from like 82 to like 40 something, and then I went to like 22, and then I was like 14, then I went to 8, and then I went to 4,
yeah.
and then I was in the top 3. And that's St. Pat's elevated that status because we were playing a national schedule. We were playing against Oak Hill, we were playing against, you know, all these great high schools. And then on top of that, we still had to play against Jersey teams. So when I transferred to St. Pat's, I ended up losing 6 games in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think we lost 3 my junior year, and then we lost 3 my senior year. But my senior year, we lost 3 games by a total of 3 points.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So and then we didn't even play in the state tournament.
Wow.
This is one of the craziest stories ever. But
is it The Rock?
No. No. They had a what was he coming to fix? He was coming to fix the radiator. He said he was coming to fix the radiator and coming to fix the air and stuff like that. No, in the gym, this guy. Oh. They hired a private investigator to come to our gym, and they videotaped us practicing with our head coach. Like, our head coach isn't allowed to be there at our practices, but every school does it. But they hired a private investigator to come in. He had the camera in his bag. This is what I went through in my life. I had a private investigator at my high school basketball practice because other teams did not. Basically, I feel like it was a collective, so we couldn't participate in the state tournament. And what's funny about it is that they caught us at a time where we had half of the court. Like, we were practicing half the court. There was a play going on that I was in, High School Musical, my senior year. So we had half of the court, and we're practicing, and this private investigator catches us, and the judge rules that we're out of state tournament. I remember coming to practice and finding out, and we had one of our assistants there, and assistant coaches, and it was Grant Billmeyer. And I distinctively remember, it was so funny, man. We were running, and I looked at him. I said, man, fuck these suicides, man. I'm not doing any more suicides. Yeah. We're not in the state tournament anymore. What am I even here for?
Yeah.
And then Grant, he says it like he has this deep voice. He's like, hey, Kyrie, that's exactly why Brandon Knight is better than you. I swear to you, I almost charged him, and I said, I'm definitely not running now. I started going to the back, getting on my clothes. All my teammates chasing, Kyrie, don't leave. I'm like, nah, man, he's wilding. Because my junior year, when I was at NBA camp, me and B Knight matched up against one another, and he got the better of me at NBA camp, and he was just a lot stronger, a lot bigger. So from that point on, me and him were always competing for the 1 and 2 spot of who were the top 2 point guards in the nation. So it would flip back and forth.
Yep.
So
damn,
that was
why
already
would he say that to you?
He
That's
knew it was
the worst
gonna
thing
piss
you
me
could
off.
possibly say.
He knew it was gonna piss me off.
Was he trying to teach you like an attitude lesson?
Oh, fuck his lesson. That's his lesson, man.
So what did you do?
Lesson he was trying to teach.
You walked out that day?
No, I finished practice, and then after that, I just tried to dunk on everybody that was at the rim. That was it. That was when I was really getting up back in high school.
Yep.
Yeah. It started to get more serious when because my dad he's a universal guy, so he has a few connections here and there, and as I was getting older, I knew that there were people helping him and guiding him along the way in terms of shaping my career and what was happening and allowing me to know certain things that I need to know going forward, especially in the game of basketball. So after my senior year, I started going to the McDonald's All-American game, then Jordan Brand Classic, and then the Hoop Summit, which was in Portland, which we played against the best world team. And, at that time, that's when scouts started to have NBA draft mocks.
Yep.
Mock NBA draft.
Got it.
Then I started to see my name in the top 10.
Yeah.
And this was before I even played a game in college.
Yeah.
So
So you knew, like, if I stay focused, this is.
I knew that there was more work to do.
Yeah.
I knew that I've always known that. Like,
Were
there
you
was,
always humble? Did you go through like a phase where you're like, man, fuck everybody, I'm Kyrie?
No.
Never?
Never.
Man, I would.
I mean, there's always a time where you're like feeling yourself, where you think that
Yeah.
the shit, and you carry that around, and people are looking at you like, bro, you're just as normal as I am.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're a human being, bro. You just have an unbelievable skill that you hone every single day.
Yeah. I
And
would have
then-
been like, then that's why I'm not a normal human being.
Yeah.
So fuck you, normal dude.